G'day guys and welcome back to Ados the Great YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video I will be giving you my predicted lineup for round 10 against the Melbourne Storm for Magic Round. Now, there's not too many changes we need to make, and personally I don't really think there's any. I'm pretty happy to just run it back how it is. There have been a few little tweaks that I have made though, and I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, let's get into it. Round 10, Rabbitohs lineup. So backline, Latrell Mitchell, fullback, Alex Johnston, Tane Milne on the wings, Isaiah Tass and Campbell Graham the centres, Cody Walker and Lockie Ilias in the halves, Tavita Totola and Jai Arrow up front with Damien Cook, the dummy half. Second row is Michael Cheekham and Jacob Host, captain and lock Cameron Murray. Off the interchange bench, Jed Cartwright, Tom Burgess, Davey Mawale and Hame Sele. With the reserves, I've gone Blake Taff, Peter Momozales, Isaac Thompson, Daniel Saluka Fafita and Liam Knight. Now, you look at that, you think, yeah, pretty well the same team. Few little changes there. I've obviously we started with Hame Sele last week with after Tavita Totola was named to start. I think we switch it back to how it was, and Tavita Totola will get named to start, and I believe he will start in the front row. Other than that, in the starting squad, there's no changes. It is 1 through to 13. Other than, as I said, the Tavita Totola change. The bench, obviously, again, no changes. Jed Cartwright, Tom Burgess, and David Mawale, with Hame Sele, the only player swapped with Tavita Totola. So that's sort of what my thought process is. Totola came in, had that really good game, and I think he will be starting for the Rabbitohs this week. No real changes off the bench. Blake Taff, 18th man, definitely could use someone else as well. Peter Mamouzeles, they're just for coverage for Damien Cook. If anything were to happen, I think that's the smart thing to do. Isaac Thompson, he had a pretty good game. Scored a try on the weekend, and yeah, look, he's playing good footy, and he has been all year. But in my opinion, Tane Milne has come in and gone, right, that is my spot, and I'm going to keep it. And I think the Rabbitohs will stick with Tane Milne. I do not expect Isaac Thompson to come back unless Milne has a poor game or Isaac Thompson goes and scores 4 tries for the reserve grade side and gets back in that way. That's the only way I see Isaac Thompson getting back in, is if Tane Milne has a poor game or he goes out and has a man of the match performance. That is the only way I see him getting back in, because Tane Milne has been safe. He's been good. I've had no real issues with him there, so I'm all for Tane Milne keeping his spot. Other than that, Daniel Saluka Fafita had a great game on the weekend for the reserve grade side, as did Liam Martin in his first game. Liam Knight in his first game back. He was huge on the weekend coming off the bench, but I do think he will play a lot more footy for the reserve grade this year. I don't see him coming back into this side, especially when we've got players like Keon Kalon-Matangi and Shaq Mitchell and players like that to come back. I apologise about my phone playing up here. I've got people liking stuff left, right and centre, and Instagram is blowing up. But other than that, look, as I said, I don't expect many changes, if anything, just the Tavita Totola for Hame Sele thing. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you agree? Do you disagree with this team? One thing I do want to touch on before I finish this video is Ethan O'Neill. He's a second rower in our reserve grade system, and holy heck, he had the game of his life on the weekend. He was everywhere. He was involved with everything. He was making tackles. He was scoring tries. He was breaking tackles. He was getting line breaks, offloads. He was involved with everything. I've been watching this. He's not really a kid. I think he's 22, 23. I've been watching him for the whole season. Like, I've not missed a reserve grade game this year. And obviously some are better than others. And we've had a lot of success in our first grade side, but our reserve grade side hasn't seen that much. But Ethan O'Neill, watch him. He will be in our squad. I reckon come Origin, we'll select him. I really do. I don't think he's in our top 30 at the moment, but I think there's a chance he gets elevated up there because he has been outstanding and definitely deserves a shout out because he has been so good for us. I think he would be a great player to have, especially with the depth. I think he's going to be really, really handy to have. So Ethan O'Neill, mate, keep doing what you're doing. You're cracking on, and it's great to see. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it up from me. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.